This is Bonneview.
My name is Adiatu Adeyemi. The industry, and I'll call it the sector, oil and gas, is actually divided into what we call downstream and upstream. When we started Tulcan in 2011, it was majorly about downstream, and I would say we grew with the sector. Tulcan actually grew under my leadership from a company that was allocation based, starting with 3 staffs, to what we have today with over 100 staff, so to say, spread all over, where we have products that we actually take refined petroleum products to. So I would say it's been a roller coaster, it's been a journey that we try to enjoy while we were actually solving most of the challenges that we encountered. I call it a good play metrics, in the sense that we grew from 3 staff, just like I said. And how did we make this happen? When we registered Tulcan Energy Resources, bulk of the importations were being done by the government through NNPC and our parastatals. So in return, NNPC and our parastatals actually gives out allocation to some infrastructure owners, which we call tank farms or retail outlets. As at this point, Tulcan zero infrastructure in the industry, so it was a bit challenging. But we were able to actually align with some notable players in the industry then. So we either trade at the X depot, or we actually collaborate to actually trade of allocations that have been allotted to some partakers of the allocations from NNPC or PPMC or PPPRA, as it was then. And going from that position, where we were actually third parties and sometimes even fourth parties to an allocation, to a company where we can actually trade our own direct allocations, to a company where we actually import. And today I make bold to say we are one of the major importers. We import diesel, we import jet fuel, we import base oil and some specialized products. And in terms of petrol, which we call PMS, we actually trade directly with PPMC that actually import, that gives allocation on petrol today. How we evolved from a zero infrastructure company that started with 2 or 3 staff to over 100 staff today, and we take product to not just Lagos State today. We take product to Port Harcourt, which is River State. We take product to Warri or Gara Koko, which is Delta State. We take product as far as Calabar, which is Cross River State, and even in the hinterlands too, because one of our biggest off-takers today is IHS, which is actually the biggest infrastructure owner, one of the biggest infrastructure owner in telecoms. So we've seen our services not just being limited to the oil and gas space alone. We support the telecom sector by actually making sure they have access to products on a need basis. The next 10 years, why I said I'll be expectant, is the reason for being expectant is because we've actually set out on a journey that will actually lead us to a self-sustained company. By self-sustained company, I mean where we can actually partake in the end-to-end of the supply chain. We are very lean in the retail space today. So the next 10 years, we are planning to actually own our own retail brands, where we can actually not just supply the bulk users and bulk off-takers alone, but the retailers that actually need petroleum products in piecemeal as well, because we are the bulk market today. So the next 10 years we'll be investing a lot in our business consolidation, backward integration, asset ownership, and storage and distribution as well.